Hello everybody, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. We're here down at the Underdark beach. We've killed everything there is to kill here, but we have so much more still to do in the Underdark. But we have had patch 1, so rather than like hotfix 1 or anything like that, we've had a proper full patch. And the thing I am most excited to see is we can see now that Mage Hand, it says 10 turns. I thought it was supposed to be now until your HP disappears on your Mage Hand Legend. When you cast Mage Hand, the Spectre Hand is invisible and can carry out additional tasks. I thought that changed. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe something is different here. But for now, we're going to go and try and find our way over into the Myconoid colony. Because we've killed all these Dwergar, and we should probably report that to people that would be interested. But along the way, there should be some interesting stuff for us to find. Like, for example, these dead Dwergar here. Are they going to have anything I want? Cooked Wand of Fireballs. You can use an action to cast Fireball from this broken wand. All very nearby creatures must make a dexterity saving throw. Targets take 4 to 48 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. This metal wand is dented all along its shaft and the tip is entirely bent out of place. Crooked Wand of Fireballs. Where would I equip a wand? Is it a weapon slot thing? Or is it just an item for use? Okay, it looks like it's just an item for use. But probably one that is ill-advised to use at the wrong moment. Maybe a potion of fire resistance would be needed. Short Sword of First Blood. Break the Unbroken deals an additional 1d8 piercing damage to all targets that still have their hit points. To targets that still have all their hit points. That's very interesting, probably for Astarion. What is Astarion currently using? Steelforged Sword and Warfang. Well, now he can dual-wield short swords. That definitely won't end in any kind of problem, I'm sure. Cash. Mushrooms. And then if we head up the way... Oh.
These fungal spores are everywhere.
Have we not seen the fungal spores yet? I want, obviously, to grab every bit of mushroom I can.
More are coming.
How have we not had this yet?
That voice. What was that?
They're coming. They're coming.
Still your mind to this unusual voice.
Careful. If we can hear it, perhaps it can hear us.
They're coming. You're coming.
More dead. Dead Dwergar. The floor is rumbling.
Dwergar and Myconid bodies. Someone's been fighting.
I can hop over here, but I don't see why I would jump over that bit when there's a much safer looking bit to jump over down here. I do not need a longbow. Lump of Myconid flesh seems like it's not something I should be hoarding. But perhaps I'm wrong. Timask spores. Let's wait those out, I think.
Timask and torch stalks. Hell of a combination. Get confused by one, blown up by the other.
Alright, let's not do that. Well, since we are currently at full health... Well, here we go. This is not where I want to be stood for what might be to come. Can we get the whole party over into this wider space? We used our jump. We can dash. Excuse you. Dash. And then I'm going to get everybody else as far away from this cliff as I can. Before anything really bad happens. I'm waiting for when we get into the deeper game and the game decides to go, okay, here's turn-based mode, but you don't know what's coming, because obviously I've played this before. Early access being what it was. But there are going to be occasions soon where I just have no idea what's going on.
No one back home will ever believe this.
We're possibly a bit more clumped together than we should be. But there is the bullet. Astarion. Can we sneak attack it because it's a monstrosity? No. Can we cunning action hide? Nope. Okay. It is what it is, I guess. Can I make it prone with laughter? Nope. Not smart enough for that. Alright, let's go hamstring shot. Outside normal range. Barely. We need 17 to hit. We rolled 22. We can crit that if we want to, but no. They are now hamstrung. What's that going to get us? Movement speed reduced by 50%. That seems really good. Shadowheart's the only one that's not going to get an action before. Let's go Witch Bolt. See if we can get that concentration going. We can. So we can re-attack that each turn for another action.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Gale. Lightning Bolt for 8d6 or Fireball for 8d6. Or we could try and web it. Can we see what in webs does? Cannot move. Attack rolls against the effective entity have advantage, while its attack rolls have disadvantage. It also has disadvantage on dex saving throws. If we could just freeze it in place. Let's see how that goes. It made the save. Use Corrosive Phlegm on Gale. Gale needs 15 to save. They rolled 13. I'll take 18 instead. Thanks. We are no longer concentrating on web. Not that it mattered. It didn't do very much. Shadowheart should definitely get out of this acid. It's lowering our AC to be here. Glyph of acid, glyph of cold, glyph of detonation. The glyph emits a gust of wind that pushes everyone back within range when stepped on by an enemy. Alright, now we're going to push back and wait for that thing to hopefully jump on that glyph, which would be really cool. We're all getting turns. Astarion doing great work. Now, I don't want to move too far away from this sigil, because otherwise it might jump straight over it.
Another fight. Let's go.
5 damage with Witch Bolt.
Swords meet sorcery.
Gale, just step out of the acid there. Right. You hopping over? They're not hopping over. That's very rude. That Timask has popped, which is unideal.
Where do I go from here?
We just keep witch bolting.
Witching hour. Indeed.
Maybe we can make it slip. Burrow. Come back out here. Oh, it's just gone forever. Oh, who is doing that?
There's no time to waste.
Shadowheart is befuddled. Shadowheart is no longer befuddled. We only got lightly blown up.
Despite everything.
Most of the problem plants have gone. Let's get rid of these as well. The spores can please go away. More spores. I just want the scrolls that are apparently over here for some reason. Go on, spores. Get gone. Thank you.
Time for more?
Shatter, hideous laughter, skeleton, bone. Funny that. Alright, let's go do some chatting over here.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices. The harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
Hello.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
Focus on the parasite and connect with the Sovereign. Tell the truth to the parasite. You only seek safe passage for your treatment. I am a traveler. I am trying to get to understanding. My purpose is private. I will kill you. Tell the truth.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody. Cautious, but welcoming.
I can mend neither skin nor spirit, but we still might commune. Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Alright then, we will take an audience with the Sovereign. But before that, somewhere around here is someone I would very much like to trade with. Here is Blurg. Hello, Blurg.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
Sure thing.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
The giant hand.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
I've never heard of the Society of Brilliance.
Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
A mind flare infected me with a tadpole.
Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
That bit's not your business.
Forgive me. Being inquisitive is in my nature.
Do you have anything interesting to
I do
trade?
enjoy a good bargain. If anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Alright, there's some really good stuff here. Boots of genial striding. The wearer's movement speed is unimpeded by difficult terrain. That sounds great. Circlet of blasting. A free scorching ray. The baneful. This blade's magical powers only function if it is bound to an eldritch knight or is a warlock's pact weapon. Interesting. Scroll of conjure minor elemental. Scroll of Evard's black tentacles. Scroll of wall of fire. Blink. Haste. Remove curse. The psychic spark. Psychic missiles. Shoot an additional dart whenever you cast magic missile. Magic missile level 1. We want that for Gale. It's too strong not to get for Gale. Sunwalker's gift. The wearer can see in the dark up to 40 feet. We want that for us here. We don't use this guiding light, so better to have dark vision. Melf's first staff. Melf's acid arrow +1 ace gives a +1 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. We might pick that up for us or Gale. This is still giving us +2 to all of our saving throws, which is like massive. Gust of wind, Sylvan Stone, and a bunch of other bits and pieces. Right, what trash do we have? I need to figure out if I'm ever going to do anything with these Hag's potions, but for now, I don't think this guy wants a literal head. Oh, we've got so much magic stuff, man. Somebody should be wearing these, I'm sure. Alright, barter for cash.
Very well. I have mushrooms to catalogue.
Cool. Right. Sort by latest. And then we want to see in the dark. Gale wants Psychic Spark. Are you wearing a necklace already? You are. It's the attacks of opportunity thing. We don't worry about that. So Gale's magic missile is now pretty broken, and I love it. What are you wielding? The Spell Sparkler. 1d8 -1, or 1d6 with shield. When the wielder deals damage with a spell or cantrip, they gain 2 lightning charges. Lightning charges. Lightning courses through you. You have +1 to attack rolls and deal an additional 1 lightning damage. If you gain 5 charges, they are consumed the next time you deal damage and deal an additional 1d8 lightning damage. So it's about the same thing, I think, between that and the staff that this guy had.
Let's chat.
Ah, a visitor. You're
So-
a welcome sight.
Arcane enchantments, you gain a +1 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. What's Shadowheart using? Staff of Arcane Blessing. Bless grants an additional 1d4 saving throw to weapon attack rolls and an additional 2d4 to spell attack rolls. That's also pretty good. There's just too much stuff. When the wearer gains lightning charges, they also gain 3 temporary hit points. The temporary hit points disappear if the wearer runs out of lightning charges. Whenever you burn an enemy, you gain 2 turns of heat. Burn, 1d4 damage. Heat, 1d4 damage. Engulfed in vengeful fire, take 1d4 damage each turn. Can cause heat convergence. Heat convergence, toggle passive feature. Consume your heat to fuel a powerful attack. The next time you deal fire damage, you deal an additional 1 fire damage for every turn of heat remaining. I don't think that's something we need. That sounds more like a Karlach kind of thing. Alright. I'm going to have Gale buy this. Because we definitely want that in our spellbook down the line, I think. Any more for any more? I don't know why the first time it gives 14 gold. Such an odd number. Alrighty. I want the void bulb and the rest of that, but I can't take it.
All's well that ends.
Perhaps Amelia is right.
Bad as it could have.
Let's go see the person in charge here.
At the ready.
That would be this Sovereign. Sovereign Spore.
What is the creature?
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
Okie dokie.
A violent vision grips you. Dwergar, dark dwarves chopping myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
Nice to see his eyes in the correct spot in his head again.
But intruders remain. Lakewood.
Oh, we killed
The
them.
Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
I admit, I like this one's approach. A little genocidal, but effective.
Wow, Astarion. The Dwergar are slain, the rot has already been purged.
The music shifts, still melancholic, but now streaked with hope.
Do you hear? A new harmony. Serenity. I name you Peace Bringer.
Fragrant spores waft through the air. Your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Freely you have given to us. Freely you may take.
Free stuff.
The Guardian Gate is open. Go and claim your reward. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you. You have cut out the Dwergar blight, but not its source.
In your mind's eye, Spore shows you a drow striding among myconid dead.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head, and I will know my circle is safe.
Sure thing.
More busy work. That's royalty for you. Everyone's their servant.
Consider it done.
The drow lurks in the ruins beyond the lake. Bring him death, and return.
Alright. What about you, Thula?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
Give her an antidote. There's a reason you hoard everything. You never know when it might become helpful.
Ah, gods. Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me?
How could I pass by? You were in pain.
No arguments there. Felt like a hook horror was sorting through my guts. But that cure did the trick. Quick, sharp too. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, it hurts. Girls, garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me.
You're in no condition.
Maybe not, but you are. I need you to rescue my kin. We can pay. We're Ironhand clan, best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Dwergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake.
What are they digging for?
Some dusty temple. It doesn't matter. They'll work my clan to death before they ever get near it.
Alright, we'll see if we can free your people.
Thank you. Only wish I could go with you. But here. I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some Dwergar ass. I'll mark where I made my escape, and wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
Really impressive echo in the audio for the speech. Okay, you are cured. What is next? Can we get down this end? We can. Let's go and get our rewards from this little cave here. What do we get? Mushrooms for a start. Scroll of blindness. Scroll of ray of sickness. Blue cap mushroom. Blue cap mushroom. Backpack. Scroll of false life. Scroll of hold person. Liquor. More rotten fruit. And then the big stuff of the show. The shadow of Mesobaranazan. Shroud in Shadow class action. Not proficient with light armor. Alright, Astarion, you're getting a hat. Where is this Shroud? Shroud in Shadow class action. Become invisible. Invisibility ends early if you attack, cast another spell, take an action, or take damage. And then this guy here. Gold. Basic poison. Drow poison. Bloodstone. Crystals, crystals, Pegasus feather, crystals, wood bark, icy metal, and flump mating rituals. Who's going to know about flump mating rituals? Gale.
You have my attention.
You're the smart one here. Read up on flump mating rituals for me.
The cover proudly announces this book to be Flump Mating Rituals.
Wizard nature. +4 intelligence. Advantage. Recall what you know of this title. Alright, well, we'll take some guidance as well. 9 + 4, 13. +2, 15. Great work.
Underdark fauna is a topic much written on, but this title has never appeared in any collection you've seen. The scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes. An illusion. What remains are simple instructions written in a spare hand. The secret to forging adamantine.
The pages, apparently copied from a master tome, describe the construction and use of a grand forge in the Underdark. Among the Sharons dwelled the gnome Sivul Yali, whose talents for wizardry were known from Candlekeep to Sorcerer. Under the tutelage, the Sharons built the great forge which could heat Mithril with such vigor as to turn it to adamantine. With the astonishing metal, they could mold the finest blades and armor. Yet the jewel of Yali's eye was not the forge itself, but the protector he conjured from the magma to guard it, a construct said to be so mighty no blade could fell it, and no spell could pierce it. Instructions for operating the great forge are listed underneath. Raw mithril ore and a proper mold. Place the ore and mold in their respective chambers, pull the lever to lower the hammer, and prepare the ore for smelting. Open the valve to allow lava into the crucible, and drop the hammer again to forge the product.
There's mention here of an adamantine forge. Such would be a rare and valuable find indeed.
Mage armor for me. Better late than never.
Knives, so that's progress. Light on my feet.
Okay, so they want us to go away. Who are you? Dereth Bonecloak.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
I haven't seen him.
Right. Never mind.
Show me your wares. Oh my goodness, how much stuff do you have? Die. Amulet of Restoration. That's a solid one. Healing Word and Mass Healing Word. Ringmail Armor +2. Heavy. None of us can wield heavy. Chain Shirt +2. Shadowheart, what are you wearing? Scale +1 for 15. This is 15. 1 less slashing damage, +1 to dex saves and checks. Hide armor +2, medium. Padded armor +2, light. Astarion, what are you in? Light armor 12. This is 13, which is better. Gale, you are in 12 +1 stealth. I mean, 1 AC is 1 AC, right? Corrosive Flail. Potion of Invisibility, green dye, orange dye, Herbalist Gloves. The wearer heals a poisoned creature. It is no longer poisoned. That's interesting. Ring of Jumping, get the jump spell, a good one. Your weapon attack also deals 2 acid damage. God, there's so much stuff. This is what you get for not having attunement on magic items. Scale +1. Leather armor +1, heavy crossbow, longbow +1, light crossbow +1, Wizard's Bane oil, elixir, greater elixir of arcane cultivation, gain an additional level 2 spell slot, and loads of other stuff. Drinks gain advantage on concentration saves and against being charmed. Magic can't put you to sleep, replaces effects of other elixirs later. Man, there's so much stuff here. There's bombs as well. Healing potions. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this conversation. I'm going to spend a quick minute just off, pause the recording and check who's wearing what rings and necklaces and headbands and stuff, and see if there's any purchases I definitely want to make. So I'll be right back. Alright, I moved a couple of things around. I've given Astarion this caustic band, so his weapon attacks also deal 2 acid damage, because he is the one that does most melee attacking and whatnot, as well as ranged attacking for his sneak attacks. I've given Lucy Crusher's Ring for +10 movement, and Gale I've given Mage's Friend for +1 Arcana and Religion. There'll be other stuff to come back to here for the Underdark, so I'm going to leave that there for a minute. Here's Sovereign Glut.
Tongue talker.
Hello.
Far you've come. Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
Wherever there's love, light, and laughter, a warm hearth doesn't hurt either. Halfling.
It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
That is homely.
Dwegar destroyed my people. am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Dwergar rot. I mean to join you.
The Dwergar are already dead, sir.
I must see it for myself. Lead me to the rot. I wish to see it fester.
Alright, you can come along.
Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together.
You got a twitchy butt there, sir. Okay, so we have Sovereign Glut hanging out with us for a while. That's very welcome. There's several other combats for us to deal with out here. And so, why not, right? Gonna keep gathering mushrooms as I can find them.
Mind if I do?
Looking into the hole, you see only darkness. It's impossible to tell how deep it goes by sight alone.
Hello?
Your call echoes as it plunges downward, before gradually fading away.
What are you? Alright, they don't want to play.
That's a sanctuary. Deep and fresh. These things drain away
Some
one's magic.
in their territory.
Right, these need to go. Yep. Those Sousa bloom, not the Sousa blooms, but the fire's gone. We're gonna let that burn out for a second, and then down here we have a whole other set of problems. So grab that. Grab this. Climb down here. And then what I want is, we look over, there is a dwarf who's gotten lost and stuck amongst a whole load of Bibberbang. So, Astarion, would you please cast Mage Hand? Can we fly over to here? Throw this torch over there.
No, bad idea.
Where's the backpack? Throw the backpack over there. Do you have everything you need, sir?
I'm all right.
And they are going to Misty Step out of there.
God, I can finally breathe.
At the very top of the episode, I said that his mage hand had changed. I don't think it goes away after 10 rounds now, at least for the one that comes directly from Arcane Trickster. I think this stays until your HP expires. Now, over there is a Noble Stalk. Can I throw that over there? Right, let's get over here. Throw. Does it destroy it? It did. Ah, I wanted to collect that. Damn. These mushrooms do not seem to care about my existence at all. Over here, just a bunch of crystals. But apparently throwing stuff is not the way to harvest stuff. So that one mushroom is a goner, unfortunately. Never mind, eh? You can go back and hang out with Astarion.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
I'm going to come see if this guy will now speak to us.
I needed more word.
Balin, how you doing?
Ah, right. What were you saying?
Didn't say anything. I met Dareth. She's waiting for you.
Dareth, I must need to go.
Yeah, you should do that.
For you. Your trouble. Ta.
Scroll of invisibility. Sure thing. Right. So we missed out on the plant I wanted. Not the end of the world. Mage Hand is just going to hang out basically until it gets caught in an area of effect damage, I think. Let me get the whole party sneaking, please. Astarion. I would like you to have a line of sight on this, please. Okay, no, we're in a fight. Who's not it?
Need to keep focused.
Shadowheart. Start with this. Good damage. That means Astarion's going to have a sneak attack. Gale is also not in combat yet. Can't cast spells because we are too close to this Susa Bloom and its anti-magic field. Now we can. We have advantage, but I want Astarion to take a sneak attack with advantage first. 99% chance to hit. And we can force this to be a crit. When you make a successful attack roll against a foe, you can change that into a critical hit. Let's do that. 38 damage is massive. Now Gale can attack without consuming the guiding bolt advantage. Because advantage does not stack.
Still on my feet.
Now Lucy's up. This thing has 31 HP remaining. $15 damage is massive. Sovereign Glut is not going to be able to close that distance in time. But we can have them dash and close the gap.
Survival is all that matters.
Then they're going to take a turn.
I don't fancy their chances.
They are calling reinforcements. Mage Hand does not get involved in the fight. 15 damage there. Do you just want to finish this off, sir? Disadvantage? Why? Sun sickness. Why do we have sun sickness? While in sunlight, the Myconid has disadvantage. I don't see the sun around here, but sure. Shadowheart, how about you finish them off? If I have to use Astarion, I will, but I don't want to. Good, okay. Back to stealthing. Hold on. Find familiar, Scratch, level 1 conjuration spell. Summon the best boy. Scratch's keen nose can discover many things hidden around the world. Permanent, refreshes on short rest. How long have I had that? I can summon Scratch! Nobody told me this. Bite 3 to 8 damage. Dash, hide, help, dismiss summon. I assume that if he dies, he just comes back again, right? Because I've summoned him. But this is not something that I had even clocked was a thing in the game.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
But we are building quite the clan. Because now we can do this. Look. animate spores on this hook horror here.
Silence.
So now the hook horror is on our side as well as Sovereign Glut and Scratch and the Mage Hand.
Never wanted the easy path.
So, who's next? There's something here causing a vision cone. If I hit O, that is not helpful. There's one up there. Alright, Astarion. Can you get over here and sneak attack them? Not quite. That'll do it. Right, they're surprised. I'm going to stay in this view for the rest of this combat.
What comes now?
Just because it's so much easier to see up the tree like this. Alright, I think we're all in initiative. But they are surprised, so we get an extra round of attacks before anything else happens. Astarion, you're done. You're done. Scratch is not doing anything right now. Gale's done. Shadowheart's done. You're not doing much. You're surprised. Can we pounce all the way up there? Where are we? Everybody is in the way. We are completely penned in. Oh. I found a spot. And then we can hook. We missed. That's fine. Mage Hand is not in this fight. Astarion, can you sneak attack with the hook horror there? You can. We missed. Sure. 13 damage is solid. Scratch, you're not in this fight. Now the hope is they're just going to try and attack the guy next to them rather than jumping down at us. Well, they did jump. And they multi-attacked against Astarion. So we're going to jump back down. They're now prone. We can multi-attack them. Aim 2 attacks at a prone target and make it possibly bleed. Very nice.
No one stopped me yet.
Let's get out of this camera angle.
Never a dull moment. Should mind my step.
Right, Astarion. If you would be so kind as to take a little trip up the tree. Actually, before we do that.
No time to
Shadowheart. Prayer of healing for the gang. And then, which way are you going, Astarion? I want you... Where is the Susa bark? Somewhere around here there is some Susa bark. Oh, hello. Alright, well, I guess that's going to be a problem first. Oh, God. That's a bigger problem. Okay. Bullets in. Bilro the Forgotten's in. Multiple hook horrors are in. This is going to be quite the fight, isn't it? I can't sneak attack. Regular attack it is. Good. I want to move away from this edge. I don't want to get thrown off. Shadowheart. Let's see. don't think we need Spirit Guardians right now. Solid miss. Nine damage. Gale. We do have Fireball for a crowd. Right, you're getting as far as you can. They're going after each other, which is something you love to see occurring sometimes in nature. Who is your love and joy? Hypnotic pattern on 9 targets. How about no? No hypnotic pattern for you. Arrest them. I don't think you're going to be arresting us down here in the Underdark. Bullets up. Dashing. Or not. How about you start dealing with that situation? They make the save, so no multi-attack for us. That's good. There's a half-eaten gnome up there. Mage Hand doesn't get in this fight. Scratch doesn't get in this fight. Astarion. Sneak attack melee, obviously. Love it. And how about you bite them as well?
Ready.
Shadowheart. Inflict wounds.
To push my luck again.
Critical miss. Shocking grasp. And Gale. I kind of want to deal with that guy, but I don't think I can see them. I can if I climb upwards, apparently. What were these magic bending magic missiles we have? That is the other hook horror, so we missed that. Of course we do. Hook horror needs 17 to hit. They rolled 26. No, I want them to hit. This guy's bleeding. Making me spend all my good spell slots to stop you hypnotizing 8 of us at once. Potion of Featherfall is unexpected. A 38 damage bite is horrendous. Pounce there. See if you can make them both get prone. He didn't, so multi-attack there. Very dead. So much damage. Astarion. Can we sneak attack something? That's a great question. I guess we just sneak attacked during our reaction, so we don't have a sneak attack. Not really how that should go, but fine. Let's go after this hook horror. Great work. That's a good one. Gale, can you kill them? You can. Lightning charge is doing extra work. Sovereign Glut. Get in on this fight. The bullet is going away again, as is their prerogative. Why don't I have a bonus action? Available next turn, apparently. Is it just that one left? Seems to be. Starring these 13, we rolled 1. Fine. Sacred Flame.
No choice but to keep going.
More Cantrip City. We need 13 to hit. Alright.
Death is but a word away.
We have a big enough crowd of characters here. Right. We can't multi-attack. But that is a solid punch. I'm not worried about the two hook horrors attacking one another. Back to the top. Alright. Out of initiative. That big fight over. Do the hook horrors have anything we want? Hook potion of Elixir of Vigilance. Elixir of Vigilance. Bilro the Forgotten. Scroll of Mirror Image. Scroll of Sleep. An Icy Crystal. Scribbled Notes. Scattered notes are scrawled by a chaotic hand. Protector, guardian of the adamantine forge. From magma rose, only in magma destroyed. Hot hammer. Where? A small map is drawn underneath, marked by numerous X's. The following words are scratched beneath it. Doran knows.
Something's guarding that forge. And it's weak to this hot hammer.
A pork loin. Right, Astarion, you were on task. I wish it would select the solo character I segregate from the party when that happens. Can you get up to here? There goes the camera rising. There is the section of Susabark I want. Very nice, very nice.
I got the plans and the scissor book. Now I need somewhere to craft it. The forge at the blacksmith's house should do.
Okay, so that is something for us to do later. If you remember, back in Bogrot, we learned about masterwork weapon plans. We now have the Susabark to forge that down the line. Anything else going on at this camp? A tattered scroll. An unfinished conjuration scroll marked by teeth and dried slobber. A few words emerge from the myrtle. Scurrian, Ixeg, magma. That sounds uncomfortable. An empty pouch. I'm going to take this pouch. Because at some point I would like to make myself...
But that will fit in my bag.
A selection of a bag for like rings, a bag for necklaces, a bag for scrolls, that kind of thing. We're just going to work our way down to this open space and see if there's anything here to dig up or the like. And that will probably be sufficient for a day's adventuring. Oh, we're getting an autosave. That's always something that makes me feel safe. We are all knocked down. I'm going to just exit turn-based mode rather than ending all of our turns. Actually, we can probably get away from this slightly.
Now, quick step. Charmed, I'm sure. Forthwith.
Well, Gale got knocked down. He tried to walk over the ground. Sure. Can't control. Knocked down. Sovereign Glut's down. Alright, that'll be fine. And we're back up against the bullet once more. They are 7 HP down. But I tell you what, we've gone long enough. We will pick up this combat next time and see if we can't finish this bullet off once and for all. For now, thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations, put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.